All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is breaking news. This just happened. InfoWars has been sold. Yes, Alex Jones, InfoWars has been sold. Most of you probably know kind of the whole situation that is going on with Alex Jones the past couple of years with the Sandy Hook victims, where he was found to have defamed the victims' families, and he was slapped with a $1.5 billion settlement, right around $1.5 billion. An insane amount of money. His media company, InfoWars, went up for auction. A couple days ago, he posted that it was going to be closed down on Wednesday. But we just found out through Alex Jones who bought InfoWars. And you're not going to believe this. The company, when I heard the name of the company, I was like, it is very apparent what they are trying to do. They're trying to humiliate and pick apart and tear down everything that Alex Jones built over his life. And it's very sad. Here is Alex Jones. He posted this video early this morning. Looks like he's holding a phone. And he talks about who bought the company, how they are coming into his studio, starting to take things without a court order. And also he talks about how the rules of the auction were changed last minute. They were moving the goalposts because they did not want a right-wing leaning company buying InfoWars and restarting it. And instead, it's a left-wing leaning company. And it's just very obvious what they are trying to do. They want to humiliate and embarrass Alex Jones and tell him, listen, everything you've built throughout your entire life, it means nothing. Here's Alex Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is 7:50 right now. I'm about to upload this to X. I just got word 15 minutes ago that my lawyers and folks met with the U.S. trustee over our bankruptcy this morning, and they said they're shutting us down even without a court order. This morning, the Connecticut Democrats with the Onion newspaper bought us. They asked, did they outbid? They said, well, it was competitive. So they changed all the bidding rules, made it secret 2 days ago. I had a bad feeling. I told you that. And just like they tried to shut us down back in late May without a court order, they're supposed to have a court order. There's going to be injunctions filed. I'm about to go live out of Harrison's American Journal studio. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to be here until they come in here and turn the lights off. I'm going to say, where's your court order? So this is all going down right now. They want to silence the American people. But we're not going to be silenced. Be sure and follow me at the Alex Jones Network at AJN Live on X right now. They're filed in court to take real Alex Jones away. That's totally unconstitutional. The judge already said no, so they filed in other courts. So the live feed going up by the time you see this at AJN Live and at Real Alex Jones right now. Share this everywhere. This is a total attack on free speech. The deep state is completely out of control. The private security hasn't even been told all this yet. They tried to tell them last time, the other U.S. trustee, to shut us down on the court order. These folks said no. So this is all happening right now. This is the tyranny of the New World Order, desperate to silence the American people. The mandate of Trump against all the lawfare, they don't care. So the system still thinks it's in charge. I'm going live right now from what probably will be the last transmission from this building. God bless you all for your support. Please support our sponsors so we get funds to stay on the air at the Alex Jones Network, thealexjonestore.com. Take action. I need your support. InfoWars is really the detonator for this whole global movement that's happening. Your support did that. You're the reason it's happening. You are the resistance. God bless and good luck.
So this is an absolute bombshell. The Onion is buying InfoWars. And I don't know if you guys know what The Onion is. The Onion is a satirical news outlet, kind of like the Babylon Bee. I believe the Babylon Bee was actually started as a response to The Onion, because The Onion was so woke and unfunny. The Babylon Bee looked at The Onion like, you know what, that's actually kind of a good idea. They had these headlines that are just crazy. They're just wild headlines. And, they're pretty unbelievable. Some of them are funny. But over the last few years, The Onion has slipped into wokeness and therefore slipped into oblivion. However, the Babylon Bee did not slip into wokeness, and their stuff is still funny. If you see a headline that looks completely unbelievable, but it's kind of funny, it's probably the Babylon Bee. But just 27 minutes ago from me posting this video, The Onion made this post on X. Here's why I decided to buy InfoWars, and there's a link attached. And there's this article right here. Headline, here's why I decided to buy InfoWars. So let's take a look at this. I have not read this article yet, but I would assume that there is some gloating involved. Today, we celebrate a new addition to the global Tetrahedron LLC family of brands. And let me say, I really do see it as a family. Much like family members, our brands are abstract nodes of wealth, interchangeable assets for their patriarch to absorb and discard according to the opaque whims of the market. And just like family members, our brands regard one another with mutual suspicion and malice. All told, the decision to acquire InfoWars was an easy one for the global Tetrahedron Executive Board. Founded in 1999 on the heels of the Satanic Panic and growing steadily ever since, InfoWars has distinguished itself as an invaluable tool for brainwashing and controlling the masses with a shrewd mix of delusional paranoia and dubious anti-aging nutrition hacks. They strive to make life both scarier and longer for everyone. A commendable goal. They are a true unicorn capable of simultaneously inspiring public support for billionaires and stoking outrage at an inept federal state that can assassinate JFK but can't even put a man on the moon. Through it all, InfoWars has shown an unswerving commitment to manufacturing anger and radicalizing the most vulnerable members of society, values that resonate deeply with all of us at Global Tetrahedron. No price would be too high for such a cornucopia of malleable assets and minds. Wow. This is absolutely disgusting. But let me finish. And yet, in a stroke of good fortune, a formidable special interest group has outwitted the hapless owner of InfoWars. And then in parentheses, a forgettable man with an already forgotten name. Alex Jones. You think people are going to forget the name Alex Jones? Alex Jones is InfoWars. Alex Jones is InfoWars, okay? You think you could just take his company from him and people are going to forget Alex Jones? No, that's not how this works. You disgusting authoritarian hacks. This is not how it works. Then it goes on and forced him to sell it at a steep bargain, less than $1 trillion. Make no mistake, this is a coup for our company and a well-deserved victory for multinational elites the world over. What's next for InfoWars remains a live issue. The excess funds initially allocated for the purchase will be reinvested into our philanthropic efforts that include business school scholarships for promising cult leaders, a charity that donates elections to at-risk third world dictators, and a new pro bono program pairing orphans with stable factory jobs at no cost to the factories. As for the vitamins and supplements, we are halting their sale immediately. Utilitarian logic dictates that if we can extend even one CEO's life by 10 minutes, diluting these miracle elixirs for public consumption is an unethical waste. Instead, we plan to collect the entire stock of the InfoWars warehouses into a large vat and boil the contents down into a single candy bar-sized omnivitamin that one executive, and then in parentheses, I will not name names, may eat in order to increase his power and perhaps become immortal. All will be revealed in due time. For now, let's enjoy this win and toast to the continued consolidation of power and capital. Infinite growth forever. Bryce P. Tetrahedar, Global Tetrahedron CEO. Now, I don't know if these names are real or fake. I really don't know. But this is exactly why the Onion was allowed to buy Alex or InfoWars. This is exactly why. They want to humiliate him. They want some disgusting satirical news outlet who's not even funny to play this joke where they buy InfoWars. Oh, isn't it so funny that a satirical news outlet buys InfoWars? And they come up with this, glib, article mocking, humiliating Alex Jones, saying that his name will be forgotten forever. Hey, Onion, you leftist, totalitarian group, whoever runs you. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. Alex Jones is InfoWars. His name will not be forgotten. Just because you got all of the courts to go after Alex Jones, to change the rules, to slap him with a settlement of $1.5 billion that literally cannot be paid. He cannot declare bankruptcy. He's a indentured servant for the rest of his life. Just because you were able to pull that off doesn't speak to any moral high ground that you have gotten. No, it speaks to your ability to simply garner a group like the mob and go after an individual. That's all. That's all it says. But the New York Times is also reporting on this. They say The Onion says it has bought InfoWars Alex Jones site out of bankruptcy. The satirical news site planned to turn InfoWars into a parody of itself, mocking, quote, weird internet personalities who peddle conspiracy theories and health supplements. The Onion, a satirical publication that skewers newsmakers and current events, and no, The Onion's not even funny anymore, said on Thursday that it had won a bankruptcy auction to acquire InfoWars, a website founded and operated by the conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. The Onion said the bid was sanctioned by the families of the victims of the mass shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School, who in 2022 won a $1.4 billion defamation lawsuit against Mr. Jones and his company, Free Speech Systems. Everytown for Gun Safety, a nonprofit dedicated to ending gun violence that was founded in the aftermath of the Sandy Hook shooting, will sponsor a relaunched version of the site under The Onion. Family members of the victims of the Sandy Hook shooting, which claimed the lives of 20 first graders and 6 educators, sued Mr. Jones in Connecticut Superior Court in 2018 after he spread the claim that the rampage was a fabricated pretext for confiscating Americans' firearms. The Onion declined to disclose the price it paid for InfoWars and its assets, including its production studio and diet supplement business. Mr. Jones could not immediately be reached for comment, but he said on the social media platform X this week that he planned to continue producing his online program, The Alex Jones Show, until he was forced to stop. In September, a Houston judge ruled that InfoWars and other assets owned by Free Speech Systems could be auctioned off in bankruptcy to compensate Mr. Jones' creditors, which include the families of the Sandy Hook victims. Mr. Jones declared bankruptcy in 2022 as the Sandy Hook case made its way to court. Ben Collins, the chief executive of The Onion's parent company, Global Tetrahedron, said in an interview that he was informed late Wednesday by the trustee in charge of the bankruptcy auction that The Onion's bid had prevailed. Remember, Alex Jones said that they changed all of the bidding rules and the auction rules. But it goes on to say the trustee was expected to inform Mr. Jones of the result of the auction on Thursday morning. The Onion plans to relaunch InfoWars in January as a parody of itself. So they want to mock, ridicule, and humiliate everything that Alex Jones built. He said they want to do this and mock weird internet personalities like Mr. Jones. Hey, I do believe that we are the majority, okay? I do believe that we are the majority. You are the minority. Weird internet personalities. Alex Jones, the man who speaks truth to power. The man who has no fear. That's your weird internet personality? I'll take it. I'm on the side of weird internet personalities. We thought this would be a hilarious joke, says Mr. Collins. This is going to be our answer to this no guardrails world where there are no gatekeepers and everything's kind of insane. So you see kind of what he is saying kind of beneath the surface. They want to mock the idea of free speech. These people are sick. They want to censor you. And when they can't censor you, they throw a tantrum. They get their cronies together to go after an individual like Alex Jones, come up with this insane settlement that he has to pay, $1.5 billion, which is, it doesn't make any sense. He can't even declare bankruptcy. They take his business, they take his media company, and they turn it into a parody of itself. Why? Because they want to mock this no guardrails world. What does that mean? It's free speech. They want to mock the First Amendment. They want to mock the Constitution. And they want gatekeepers. They want people. They want elites saying what you can or cannot think. You can or cannot say. This is why they hate Elon Musk. So that is what that statement means right there. Mr. Collins declined to disclose the value of the advertising deal with Everytown, but said it was a multi-year agreement that would include banner advertisements and sponsored articles on the site, which will be redesigned to fit its new editorial direction. While the alliance between Everytown and The Onion might seem like an odd fit, the two organizations share an interest in curbing gun violence, said John Feenblatt, president of Everytown. Mr. Feenblatt said that mission was underscored with depressing regularity in the aftermath of mass shootings. When The Onion goes viral on its off-shared headline, no way to prevent this, says only nation where this regularly happens. Or, okay, I guess this is a headline. Quote, no way to prevent this, says only nation where this regularly happens. And I can confirm The Onion is, let's just say, like I said before, ever since they went woke and went far left, they've gotten less and less and less funny. Back in the day, they used to be kind of funny, Back, it's just kind of like a lot of these other companies. Back in the day, they used to be good. But what's that saying? Go woke, go broke. And it's true. Because as these companies go woke, they just become less interesting. Their product just sucks, even worse. I mean, look at Disney. Look at, Netflix. I mean, you go on Netflix, it's like, what's the point of even paying for a subscription anymore? Because half of the stuff on Netflix is just garbage. Movies, I mean, a lot of these movies are going in a woke direction. And it's just not good. It's just not good. The Onion is just another company that did this. So their headlines that they used to have that were really funny in the past, kind of shocking, edgy headlines. You're like, oh, no way. Some of them were actually shared and reported on by news media. So, they were kind of trolling in a way where some news media companies reported on their headlines thinking that they were actually real. That was back when The Onion was actually funny and legit. Now, that is not the case. Mr. Collins said that the relaunched InfoWars might publish its own satirical stories that underscore the epidemic of gun violence in America, in addition to sponsored content from Everytown. Chris Bataille, a lawyer for the families of the victims of Sandy Hook shooting, said in a statement that taking possession of InfoWars amounted to accountability for Alex Jones and his corrupt business. Okay. By divesting Jones of InfoWars assets, the families and the team at The Onion have done a great public service and will meaningfully hinder Alex Jones's ability to do more harm. Mr. Collins said The Onion began contemplating a bid for InfoWars this summer when he read online that it was going to be auctioned off. The publication's leadership team saw an opportunity to play a very funny, very public joke on Mr. Jones if things broke their way. Yeah, that's funny. After being hit with a settlement of $1.5 billion, corrupt settlement, I might add, then you take his business, and not only do you take his business, but you try to humiliate him. Yeah, that's very funny. In early fall, Mr. Collins reached out to the lawyers for the families of the victims of the Sandy Hook shooting, whom he knew from his days as a reporter covering misinformation. Imagine that. Misinformation at NBC News. The families expressed support for The Onion's bid. The plan is to relaunch it next year with an approach reminiscent of Clickhole, The Onion's sister site that poked fun at listicles from BuzzFeed and other purveyors of viral content. And yeah, how is BuzzFeed doing today? Not too well. Not too well. Mr. Collins declined to provide financial details for The Onion, which is privately held, but he said that the company's relaunched print edition had garnered an arena full of subscribers, helping finance the company's bid for InfoWars. Global Tetrahedron is backed by Jeff Lawson, a co-founder of the tech company Twilio. Mr. Collins said that the families of the victims were supportive of The Onion's bid because it would it would put an end to Mr. Jones's control over the site, which has been a front of misinformation for years. Okay. So they are losing. They know they are losing. They couldn't beat Alex Jones in a fair fight. All they can do is label what he says as misinformation. And then they shut him down. And then they just say, oh, yeah, Alex Jones. Misinformation. Alex Jones just shares misinformation. That's all it is. He said that they're also supportive of using humor as a tool for raising awareness about gun violence in America. Quote, they're all human beings with senses of humor who want fun things to happen and want good things to take place in their lives. They want to be a part of something good and positive too. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. InfoWars officially bought by The Onion. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. If you want to look, The Onion on X here. Some of their headlines: Justice Department concurs with Matt Gaetz' defense that 17-year-old's pretty much ready to roll. Not funny. Biden, Trump die 2 minutes apart holding hands. Compare this to the Babylon Bee. The Babylon Bee essentially does the same thing, except they're funny. Guy who sucks at being person sees huge potential in AI. Is that funny to you? LeBron James denies son receiving preferential treatment while being lifted up to dunk. So that's just an idea of what The Onion does. Some of these have articles attached. You know, these are all, they're fake articles aimed at being funny. But Alex Jones, man, you had a long run. You did a lot of good. And wherever he goes, I know he's going to be successful because Alex Jones is InfoWars. Alex Jones is InfoWars. The fight goes on. And, I've listened to quite a bit of Alex Jones. He's like the godfather of the movement. He's the godfather of the movement against the elites in this company or in this country that are stripping it of any recognition of what America was. He's called this out for decades now. To their faces. So I have a lot of respect for Alex Jones. I think he is an American hero. That's what I think about Alex Jones. But what do you guys think? What do you think about Alex Jones? What do you think about The Onion buying InfoWars? Let me know down below in the comments what you think. Like and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. But until then, I will see you on the next one.